What's up, guys? My name is George, and today I'm starting a new series for you guys. This is going to be able to help you guys do some of the things that you see me do in my videos, and it's going to be a new tutorial series where you're going to learn how to do something as simple as make a wonder weapon in a map to something as complex as doing an entire Easter egg. So where better to start than one of the best maps of all time, if not the best, the Eisendrache. I'm going to start with showing you guys each bow, and today I'm going to show you the Firebow. Today's video is the Firebow tutorial. Now, this has become a meme with no J456, but I'm going to try to keep it away from that. So let's go ahead and get right into the tutorial. In order to upgrade a bow, first you have to learn how to get a bow. And you're going to see these three dragon heads around the map. There's one here. I'm going to show you the other two later. And you're going to treat these almost as soul boxes, but with more conditions involved with them. So if you kill a zombie underneath it, it will first turn to life. Then you go ahead and kill a second zombie, and it's going to eat that zombie. You should not kill a third zombie underneath it until it's done eating that second zombie. Because if you do, it's not going to eat that third zombie, and it's going to take much longer for this soul box to be finished. It acts exactly like the dog heads in Mob of the Dead. So go ahead, take your time, kill zombies one at a time, wait for the dragon to stop eating. This takes about 7 or 8 zombies in order to finish up, but it's well worth it in the end. Just go ahead and take your time. And you will know when you're done when the dragon eats one last zombie. It's going to breathe out fire, and it's going to go into a position and then crumble into a bunch of rocks. That's how you know you are done with one of the dragons. Now, these dragons don't have to be done in any particular order, but this is the order I always do them in. The second one is actually right in this church. You're going to see it's right here, right above the fireplace. You're going to go ahead, kill a zombie underneath it. It's going to turn to life just like the last one. This really doesn't matter what order you do them in. Like I said before, just make sure you take your time, kill zombies one by one, make sure you fill it up, and once it's done, like I said before, it will roar out fire. It's going to go into its initial position it was before, and then it's going to crumble into a bunch of rocks. Now you can go on to the third and final dragon head. The third dragon head is actually in here in this anti-gravity room, right below the church one. Go ahead, kill that zombie, and it's going to turn back to life. And like I said before, don't have to do this in any order. This is the order I always like doing it in because it's most convenient to me. Go ahead, keep killing zombies one by one. Like, once again, take your time. Kill them one by one. You don't want to overkill the zombies so that it doesn't eat every single zombie. You're going to need the zombies later on. You don't want to rush it so the rounds go faster. You just want to take it as slow as possible. Once again, when it's done, you're going to see it roar out fire, go back into its initial position, and then crumble into a bunch of rocks. Then you can go ahead, go right up these stairs if you followed my order, and right behind this knight's tomb, you're going to see your unupgraded bow, the Wrath of the Ancients. In order to start your upgraded bow to fire bow, you're going to go right up this clock tower, see this little red symbol on the wall, shoot it, and a broken arrow that looks almost like it's made out of lava is going to pop out. Go ahead, pick that up, and now you can start your upgrade process for the fire bow. The next step is you have to go down to the rocket test, and you have to wait until you hear this. When you do hear that, you're gonna wait by the teleporter and you're gonna basically camp out here, kill all the zombies here, and wait for these doors to close in. And I recommend waiting by the doors so you can do this step as quick as possible because there is a very strict time limit in order to do it, and it's a very limited window. Once the doors open back up for the rocket test, you're gonna want to run out these doors as quick as possible, and on your right, you're gonna see this red glowing aura thing that you have to shoot with your bow. It is very strict on how you hit it. It took me a couple tries on this. Make sure you try to do it quick as possible, yet try to be as precise as possible, and eventually you're going to hit it, and it's gonna launch off this giant red flaming light into the sky. I don't really know. And you gotta go ahead and go on with the next part. For this part, you're gonna have to use these jump pads around the map, launch on them, and then you're gonna see these orange circles around the map. There are 3 orange circles on the map, and you're gonna see one right here on the map. It's very small. It's very hard to hit while you're still moving. I'm going to show you the best strategy how to hit all 3 of these circles. The first strategy I use is I use the jump pad right by the church. I charge up full shot and I try to shoot that circle. It's pretty big in that area, so it's a very hard target to miss. That's a pretty easy one. For the next two, I do use this both times. So if you go ahead, aim right below this wire, right to the right of this little like clamp thing, and right when you jump, you release that arrow, you're gonna see you hit that circle 99% of the time. That's my best strategy for that circle. And the third one uses the same exact jumping pad. Go ahead, jump, and right before you're about to land, you're gonna see the circles right next to it. Go ahead and shoot that. It should be pretty easy. And you will know if you hit it is when you land, the circle is still lit up. If you now go into these now glowing circles around the map, you're going to see that you have this very faint orange glow around you. This now is acting as a soul box. So go ahead, get any amount of kills as quick as you can. It should take about 6 or 7 kills for this one too. You will know when you're done with that particular circle when you see this giant orange beam pump up in the sky right to this like mini sun, and that circle is now a lot fainter than it was before. You will have to do this step with all 3 of these circles, so go ahead, stand in all 3 of these circles, fill it up with souls, and once you are done, like I said before, you should see this giant orange light pop up right above you, and should go straight to the sun that's in the sky now. It's very weird to say out loud, but you'll see this orange beam light up this mini star. Don't forget this third one. Make sure you remember this. Go ahead and fill this one up. And the same exact amount of souls as the other 2, and you will know when you're done. Like I said before, when this orange beam goes up to that mini star that's waiting right by that electric trap, right where you saw before, and you will actually see your progression meter on your broken arrow begin to move a little bit more as well. When you finish filling up the souls, you're going to walk back up this clock tower and hold the interact button here. It's going to spin the clock tower just randomly until you get to a random symbol. I don't really pay attention to the symbol itself. I pay attention to what circle is still lit up. As you see here, you see this circle still lit up. That means you have to go all the way across this map over here, and you have to remember that at some point you got to light up this fireplace here, right by the Wonder Fizz, and right by your first dragon that you lit up. If you see that this circle right here over by the electric trap is lit up instead of the other one that I just showed you, that means you have to run all the way over here and know at some point you're going to light up the fireplace that the second dragon I showed you was at. So you got to come over here, underneath here, and you got to light up this fireplace that the dragon was just over it. And the third place that you have to go is if you get this circle 100% of the time, you have to run all the way up here. You go into the building over here. You get to go into Samantha's room. You're going to see a fireplace in there. So here you see I took the wrong turn. Take a left here. Go up here. Right in this right area. And then this fireplace right here, you're going to have to light this fireplace specifically up. In order to light up a fireplace, you actually have to play a little game of mini golf. You have 3 shots in order to light it up. So the first shot, you stand in the circle and you shoot, and you have to try to get as close to your target as possible. Then you're gonna see this little ball of rocks that formed, and this is gonna be where you have to take your second shot. So go ahead, pull out your bow, and see if you can get it much closer to your fireplace, ideally as close as possible to the fireplace as you can. Beware, you might accidentally shoot this at a zombie and it might kill it, but just, you can reset every single time if you want. Just make sure that you actually land it, and you will know if you hit the shot when the rocks disappear from when you were and go to a third place where you have to hit this shot. If you don't hit this shot, it's going to reset. So go ahead, let the orange glow go around you, and then go ahead and light up that fireplace. You'll instantly get a max ammo. You'll be able to put your broken arrow pieces in here, and you're able to go on to the final step. The final step is definitely the easiest one of this entire bow step. Is you have to go up to the sun, or star wave you want to call it, and you see that it is now lowered so you can interact with it. It's very finicky when you interact with it. So once you do, it's gonna go up, it's gonna collect all these rocks around it, and it's gonna burst into flames like this, and it's gonna drop down what is called a reforged arrow. And you're gonna be able to pick that up and fill it up with souls down in the anti-gravity room. If you haven't noticed already, there are 4 chests circling this pyramid, and the one you had to interact with this step is actually you have to interact with the one right on the left over here. Go ahead, put your arrow there. You instantly get a max ammo, so don't worry about ammo now. And you are now acting as a soul box for this. You have to kill all the zombies in this square area by these stairs. Go ahead, keep getting kills in this area. Each kill that you know is going to the soul box will turn orange and go straight to the soul box. And once your arrow begins to light up like it does here, you can go ahead and interact with that chest. You're actually going to put your unupgraded bow in there. It's going to do this little animation, and you now have the upgraded fire bow. This bow, I'm not gonna lie, is my least favorite of the 4. That's why I'm doing this one first. I want to show you guys this one first. So if you're ever unlucky, you need to do this one. It is the hardest. It is the one that is not worth any of the effort for getting this bow. You're gonna see here, shooting it down once, it just spits out this little lava. It's almost like an unupgraded bow, ironic as it is, but it does the same thing. If you do a charge shot, it's gonna shoot up those rocks. It's actually gonna lock in like 3 zombies in that rock area, and it's gonna blast up a bunch of fire in the air. It may kill like 5 or 6 zombies, but that's really about it. Anyway, I hope this guide was very useful for you guys. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll be showing you guys the Void Bow next.